So Larry and I, we started doTERRA about 10 years ago. Like I said, we've been married 33 years and we owned a print shop, and our print shop was very successful. It was very stressful because we had tons of deadlines, lots of employees, lots of things going on. And my whole life, I probably struggled with food allergies, but I never could figure out what was wrong with me. I went to doctors, and we always seemed to have problems and just never was able to get on top of it. Then one day, a girlfriend introduced me to essential oils. And I tell you what, it changed my life. I sold the print shop. Larry and I decided to do doTERRA full time because we see the impact and the difference that it really truly makes for people and their health. And my girlfriend, who shared with me these oils, she also shared with me how to make things with the oils. Like the healing salve was one of the very first things that we made. So I'm really excited to share with you about some of these recipes. Now, doTERRA's lifestyle, I'm not going to go through and share with you. Many of you may be brand new on the call today. And so I'm going to ask you to reach up to the person who invited you to maybe go through and talk and learn about the basics of what an essential oil is, how they work, and all that stuff. Today, this class is a little bit more of an advanced class. And so if you're brand new, just sit back and watch and just kind of take it all in. And this will help you understand a little bit of what we're doing here. I'm going to show you.
Not so long ago, ingredients were legible, fragrances were real, cleaning products were safe, and cheese was, well, cheese. Yes, once upon a time, products were actually products of nature. But over the last century, industry after industry abandoned the source for synthetics and purity for profit. But what does it mean for your health? Concern is mounting over the risks of toxic load. For the most part, bodies are quite adept at filtering and flushing toxins, which is important since some toxins are not easily avoided. The human body can only filter and flush so much before the load takes a physical toll. Though you can't control many everyday environmental toxins, you can purge the hundreds of toxins lurking in your own cabinets and drawers. Indeed, studies have found that just a squirt of common air freshener releases close to 100 contaminants. Many perfumes and colognes contain phthalates, which emerging science suggests may be linked to reproductive and development issues. Most products used to clean the home should probably come with a full protective suit. It wasn't always this way, and it doesn't have to be. Pure and effective products do exist that bring the best of nature into your everyday routines. The choice is yours. doTERRA. Pursue what's pure.
Oh, I just love that video. It just does such a great job explaining what we're all about. And, you know, we've seen this wellness lifestyle. Many of you who've been following us for a long time and following doTERRA, we often talk about nutrition and digestion on this lifestyle pyramid, exercise, rest, and managing stress, but not very often do we talk about natural self-care. And this is all about detoxing the home and all the products that you may have underneath the sink and the bathroom and the shower. I mean, if you were to take an assignment today, I would like you to go through your home and look at all the things you bought at the store and look at the ingredients and look at the list of what those are. Because, you know, start living a toxic-free lifestyle is what doTERRA is all about. I just love this so much. I mean, I think about the toxic load that really weighs our body down. We wonder why all of a sudden we end up with some wellness concerns and diseases and things like that. So we want to be sure to minimize what we can control in our home. And so what toxins do you have in your home? Like with women, the average women before they leave the house use at least 12 personal care products like makeup, hairspray, shampoos, soap, lotions, you know, oh my gosh. And so if you think about just even before you leave the home, before you start your day, there's so much that we're insulting our body with. I love this list. Take a screenshot of this if you want, because I can't even pronounce any of these words. I won't even begin to process these, but they're part of the dirty dozen that's found in so many ingredients that we have in our home. Fragrances and preservatives and colorants and things like that. These things all added up one by one, day by day, really do pull our bodies into. And this was something that was just eye-opening. When I found some of these warning and danger stickers on back of these products like bug sprays and stuff, listen to this. Harmful or fatal if swallowed. What? And here we are spraying it around us. You know, we talk so much about there's 3 ways we can use these essential oils: aromatically, we can use them topically, and internally, right? I mean, when you're spraying something around you, you don't think you're going to be breathing that in. And so you wonder, harmful or fatal if swallowed. Isn't that just crazy, you guys? A taste to a teaspoonful taken by mouth could kill an average sized adult. So when you go through and look at these warning stickers and caution stickers, it's just something to really be mindful about, and why we wonder why we have so many that are sick today. So we're going to focus primarily on topical. However, aromatically, like if we're making a lotion with these beautiful oils, you're going to be breathing that in aromatically as well. Topically, of course, and then internally, cooking with the oils and things like that are also just another powerful way to use these products. So I'm going to share with you some of this little stuff. I'm going to go back and forth, like I said, and stop sharing from time to time so that we can actually see some of the things that I'm talking about. And I have so many different spray bottles and so many different kinds of bottles that you can buy in India on Amazon. When I went there last, I did that. I actually went through, purchased a bunch of jars and spray bottles and roller bottles and fun little things. I mean, gosh, look at how many beautiful roller bottles you can get. These are such a pretty, I don't know if you can see that, but they're beautiful peach color. And you can really have so much fun with this. And I like to go through and make little jars of things, spray bottles. Here's a really pretty roller bottle that's kind of fun. It's kind of masculine. It's got blue and sparkles on it. So you can really have a lot of fun doing different things. Oh, here's a really pretty spray bottle. So that is important. And also, when we go through and we talk about what we're going to do today, there's some other things you want to be mindful for. Now, one of the things I had a really hard time finding in India, and I'm sure you guys have it, but oh my gosh, I ordered this on Amazon, and this is called the double boiler. And my double boiler also comes with a strainer in it. Do you see that? That's like where you actually strain vegetables and steam vegetables with. You don't want this. So don't buy this, okay? Maybe you do with your vegetables, but you actually want one that's really designed for melting like chocolate and things like that. What you do is you normally pour hot water in here and then put it on the stove and warm it up. And then you put your ingredients in this. And the reason why you want to do this is you don't want to burn the oil, and it changes the properties of them. So it's really important to use a double boiler. Now, the one I found on Amazon in India, when we shipped it, it was like this big. Like, I don't even know what you use it for. I couldn't use it. I work in volume, guys. So it's important to find something, and maybe go to a store and see if you can find it. But I just felt like it was really important to share with you, because when I was talking to my team to have them help me find a double boiler, they didn't know what I was talking about. So now, if you don't want to buy one of these, you can actually use the big pan and maybe put another container, like a silver bowl. And I actually have a picture of that on my PowerPoint. So I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint here. Hopefully this will work okay, bouncing back and forth. Usually it doesn't. And where are we here? I was going to try to minimize this as much as I can, bouncing back and forth, but sometimes you just have to. Can you see the screen? Is it showing now? Yeah.
Yes, Becky, it's showing.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so again, I also love these silicone spoons and spatulas. You guys, these work so amazing. I just, they come in different sizes. This one here is like a little spoon, which is really nice. And so you want to get some of these because they work really well. Okay, here are some of the other things. I found all of these on Amazon India. So I just Googled it, screenshotted them. And so all these different perfume bottles, roller bottles, spray bottles. I especially love, love, love the eyedroppers. You can find eyedroppers that work really well with old recycled essential oil bottles. So if you're, if you've got these empty essential oil bottles, you're going, what am I going to do with them? You guys, you can use these for eyedroppers. I love to make like diffuser blends in here, and then you have them all ready to go for your diffuser. Okay, so again, we talked about aromatically, internally, and topically. There's also neat and straight. Neat is these things are going to be really important to keep track of. Like some oils are going to be extremely hot to put on your body, like clove oil. If you put it on your skin, that may be more sensitive over time, right? So be really careful and be mindful about the ratio, ratio, it doesn't sound right. The ratios of everything, and write them down. I actually made a whole bunch of recipe cards. You can buy like index cards or whatever. Write down your recipe, and if you didn't like it, change it the next time. I am one of those super creative persons, and I don't remember what I did from time to time. So it's so important to write these down. Here are some percentages that you can consider for different age groups. Now, keep in mind, if you're a family of young children, always keep that in mind. Maybe you want to make the batches not as strong. So people ask me, how many oils do I put in a batch? Well, this is a real important thing to keep in mind. I don't know who's going to be using the batch, how it's going to be used. So keep that in mind. Okay, you guys? Now, coconut oil. Here's something else to be really mindful about coconut oil. doTERRA has the beautiful fractionated coconut oil. Fractionated coconut oil actually is medium chain triglycerides. They're actually broken down, so it's always going to be in a liquid form. And it's a beautiful oil to be using for a base for a lot of your roller bottles and things like that. But a lot of recipes call for a solid coconut oil, and I wanted to show you the solid coconut oil. You guys, this solid coconut oil is really important to be using for like your salves and for your creams and things. And so when you're looking at recipes, sometimes it doesn't indicate if it's a fractionated coconut oil or if it's a solid form coconut oil. And the solid coconut oil actually will go through and melt at around 70 degrees, which I think is around 22 Celsius. And so if you guys can go ahead and mute yourself, please. Thank you. So the solid coconut oil, when I was in India, because it's so hot in India, it's like it's melted. So everybody thought that that was the liquid form, and it really is not, because when it starts to cool off at night, it turns solid. So they were making roller bottles with this liquid solid coconut oil, and the roller bottles weren't working because it had the solid coconut oil in it. So it's really important to keep that separate and mindful about it. Now, when you're making salves and you're using this coconut oil that's the solid form, and you notice that your batch is just always liquid, it's because it is very hot in India. So keep it in the refrigerator. That's just a nice way to keep it in the solid form. Okay, now there's lots of different base oils that you can work with. Like we just talked about coconut oil. I love using avocado oil. A lot of people love almond. And this is just a simplified list, you guys, but when you're going through and looking at the different oils, also consider butters. Like butters are also the fat of the product. So like there's an avocado butter, avocado oil, and these are going to be used in a, so basically what you want to do is do some research. I personally do not like coconut oil on my lotion and my salves, because it kind of dries my skin out. Now, everybody's skin's different, right? We always talk about that with essential oils, that different recipes are different and stuff like that. So there's books, and you can Google it. Like, what is apricot oil? Is that more of a harder oil where it has more different formula of saturated fat, which could be more drying to the skin, or it could be more moisturizing to the skin? So for example, this apricot oil does have like vitamin A's and vitamin C's and E's, where it's more moisturizing to the skin. So keep in mind that sometimes when I first got started, I was noticing that the coconut oil in the salve was drying my skin. And so changing that up a little bit is really important, okay? Oops, going the next direction here. Now here's another tip that my upline taught me, and I just love this tip. So sometimes you're making roller bottles for people, you can go ahead and take these little cap stickers that we get from doTERRA, which are just amazing. And then you can stick them on the roller bottle and put the number of how many drops you put in there. And that is just a powerful way to remember what's in that roller bottle.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, love it. Okay, so here's the first recipe, you guys, this Terra-Tribe Lotion. And again, Cindy, my upline, she came up with this recipe, and it's extremely, oh my gosh, I love, love, love this recipe. It's so, so great. This recipe can be very thick, so it's almost turns out to be a butter. So if you're just, basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna take 1/4 cup of emulsifying wax. Now emulsifying wax is different than beeswax, you guys. It has to be emulsifying wax. When you're using beeswax, that doesn't absorb into the skin. So that's something to keep in mind. If you want the lotion to be absorbing into the skin, emulsifying wax is really important. You can buy this on Amazon, India. I'm sure probably lots of other places as well. But emulsifying wax is actually like a vegetable base that turned into a solid form. I like to use avocado again compared to olive oil. The original recipe called for olive oil. So you can change it up with any of those other oils that I was showing you earlier on. And then you want to use stearic acid and citric acid. Now I know the word acid is freaking everybody out. You guys, it's not like that. Citric acid is actually from citruses, you know, like fruits and stuff. And stearic acid is also from a vegetable type based acid where it's going to keep the lotions from molding. Now, you can use rosemary oil. There's other anti-mold, antibacterial, all those kinds of oils that we have that work, but sometimes those smells aren't what you're really wanting. Like rosemary and oregano oil may not be exactly the right thing that you want to have in your lotion all the time, right? So you'd be walking around smelling like a pizza, I think. So the citric acid and stearic acid, just go ahead and just use a little bit of that. And then I melt that all together so the emulsifying wax is completely melted. And then you take 1 1/4 cups of hot water, and 1 1/4 cups of hot water you pour right into the double boiler, and then it turns white. It's like, oh my gosh, it's lotion. And then, oh shoot, I forgot to grab my hand mixer. Larry, can you grab my hand mixer so I can show everybody? You guys, this is just incredible. So it turns into, and then you stir it. And so what I like to do, because I'm so impatient, I'm like super impatient, is I like to take a bowl of cold water and I put ice cubes in it. And then I take this double boiler and put it right into that bowl of cold water. Then I take this wonderful, this is just an amazing, I'll plug it in so you can hear it. But this is a hand mixer, and they have these on Amazon India too, because I bought one when I was there. And you just put it right into the mixture and you mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it. Sometimes it, depending on how warm it is out in India, it may take longer, but oh my gosh, it's thick. You will notice it starts to thicken up right away. Like maybe after 5 minutes. It happens very quick is what I'm saying. Now I tend to, when I just use the 1 1/4 cup of hot water, that is very thick. It's a thick batch, just like a butter. So I actually have increased it to 2 cups for using it in a pump. So here, I'll give this back to you, Larry, so I won't drop it. So if you're going to be using like a pump, like this guy right here, this recipe is too thick for the pump. It just won't go up inside it. So go ahead and water it down some while you're mixing it so that you can get it more of a liquid form. And I'm almost even thinking, I made this batch yesterday, that it's a little bit thick. Now, what's really fun, I was talking to Cindy earlier when you guys were coming on, is that, yes, you guys, if you have a protocol that you're working on for a wellness concern, maybe you've got, I can't mention particular wellness concerns for compliancy, but let's just pretend you have a wellness concern. Look up at the oils that are good for that wellness concern and then make a batch for that. So Larry one time cut his arm pretty bad. And so I was worried about the scar tissue and the regrowth of the tendons and the nerves. So I looked up all these different oils that are really good for all of that, scars and nerves and tendons, and mixed up a batch of that. And he used it all the time. And he can use, I mean, it was a pretty bad cut. So get creative. You have a person who tends to get headaches or things like that, just get creative on the different oils that you can use. Okay, so now here's a really fun thing you can do, a hot and melt soap. It's like basically you can buy this on Amazon. I did a screenshot of Amazon with these different products. This soap comes in many different weights. Just start out with 1 pound, my recommendation, and you can get it as a glycerin soap. This is a goat's milk soap, I believe, but it comes in papaya milk soaps. Oh my gosh, there's so many different kinds of base soap that you can purchase. And I personally like the goat's milk. Look, this is a whole pound of soap and it's only 249 Indian rupees, you guys. That is incredible. You can make so many bars of soap of that. Then if you like to be really creative, you can buy some colorants. Now I have a colorant here. I personally like the micas. The mica is a mineral based and it tends to be very shiny and it's not harmful for the body. And this happens to be different mica powders. And so they're really fun. They're iridescency, I guess is the way.
A little shimmer to it.
Yeah. Then there's these soap molds that you can purchase. They come in all different shapes and fun things and stuff. And then I personally like the simple ones. They're easier to wrap and sell that way. But these are really fun gifts to make for friends. Look at this. They change the different colors of the soaps and put in the molds and stuff like that. So you can just have a really fun time doing this. Now, here's my team leader, Moa from Dimapur, and his friends and his downline. And they had a soap making party and they are just having so much fun doing this. It's just so fun to see all the different creative things they're putting on our on the WhatsApp. And you can see what you do is you cut down the soap into small little pieces and then you melt it in the double boiler, or you can put this in the microwave. And then you put the colorants in there. And then what you're going to do next is you're going to wait for it to cool off. You want the soap to cool off just enough where it's starting to thicken. Because if you put the essential oils in the soap while it's hot, now remember, our essential oils are aromatic. They're going to flash off on a hot batch. So try to get it as cool as you can while you can still pour and mix. And then add the essential oils to that. Now, I'm also going to tell you, because doTERRA essential oils are very pure and very potent. Again, I'm going to go back and rephrase that. Very pure and very potent. And when you're just using recipes you're finding on the internet, they could be from all those other XYZ oils that we don't like to talk about that are all stretched and probably harmful, right, to the body. And some of those recipes could call for like 30 drops to a batch or 50 drops to a batch. Don't follow that. You guys, make sure you just do a few drops and then smell it, and then a few more drops, and then keep track as you're writing this down. Every oil has a different aromatic flashing off amount, right? Mm-hmm. So like spearmint, you may need more drops of spearmint or peppermint. I love putting spearmint and peppermint in my lotions and my bath bars, because it just wakes me up. It just makes me feel more invigorating. And when you're in a hot environment like India, you guys, that lotion with some peppermint in it would probably just be amazing. So just keep track of how strong you want it, and from batch to batch as you're making it work. Now, check this out. Moa went to a printer and got some labels made. He wrapped them up with some cellophane or some shrink wrap and put a sticker on it. And you can do that too. I love this program. It's called canva.com. It's free. Now you can purchase you can get a higher level program for more artwork and stuff like that. But this has templates in it. And it's just so amazing. Now, when you're going through, if you're thinking about doing this, please do not use the name doTERRA on your label, because that is doTERRA owns doTERRA, right? and you are a wellness advocate of doTERRA. So you want to come up with your own fun name. Now, my last name is Raney, and my maiden name is Beach, and we live here on the beach in Washington State, right on the water. And so we thought it would be fun to call our brand Rainy Beach Essentials. And so just have fun with it. You know, it's get to be known for something. Now, I have a video on how to make melt and pour soap online, and you can take a screenshot of this if you want to go visit that. And it takes about, I don't know, I mean, you can get pretty quick at it if you're in a hurry, but you know, have fun. It takes about a half hour or so. It just depends on how fast the oils and the soap will cure. One thing I like about the melt and pour soap is that it's something that you can do very quickly in a class. Some people can take that soap home and use right away. There are other kinds of soaps that you can make that are like cold press soap, which takes like 6 weeks for that bar to cure because it has different ingredients in there that need to process. So this is a nice thing to have. Now, healing salve or a salve base now is just basically 1 cup of coconut oil. Now, this is the solid form, like I was talking about earlier, and 1 cup of olive oil or avocado oil, whatever oil that you like in a liquid form. I also have right here in the United States, we have what's called a hemp oil. And this is something that I got at Costco. And it has a lot of good omegas in it. And you can actually ingest this one. And so it's very, very good oil for that. And this recipe calls for beeswax, you guys. So this is going to have a different feel or a different take on how this will set up, right? And you don't want the salve to absorb into the skin very much. You want it to be on top to protect the skin. So it's very good for just like the Correct X that doTERRA just came out with. Yay! I'm so glad that doTERRA finally got that Correct X approved and on the market. And this is like that, but you can make this base using different oils to address different wellness concerns that you're focusing on. So think of it that way. And this is the very first thing I made with doTERRA. When I went over to Cindy's house, she showed me how to make this, and it just opened up so many things. Like you can make chapstick. It's the same kind of thing, right? Just using shea butter or coconut oil and soy wax or beeswax. And then you can get some of this mica, like the colorant that you used for the bars of soap. You can use this colorant in here as well, or you can use up old lipstick, you know, and mix that in there. And then you can make your own chapstick or lip balm. How cool is that? Pretty awesome. And then here's a deodorant that you can make. Again, this is a recipe from Cindy. She is just so creative. I love, love, love what she does. This is a really powerful deodorant, and it calls for beeswax as well. And again, you put all these ingredients in a double boiler, and you can add vitamin E. You can even add aloe vera if you wanted. And then this is the recipe that she personally liked. I don't think you guys have Northern Escape in India, but be creative and come up with the different oils that you have and play with that as well. Bath salts. Now, bath salts are one of my really fun things to do. I love bath salts. They you know, I got
Want me to try to get one?
no, that's okay.
Okay.
I love to make bath salts and put my dried flowers in them. These are from my garden, and these are rose petals, and I just love it. It just puts a lot of love in it. I just think it's really fun. And so I also even have dried lavender flowers to put in the bath salts too, and it just makes it so fun. We love using, do not use the store-bought salt that's like crappy. We have a brand here that's called Norton salt, and it's actually kind of bad for you. And here it is, the stuff that we ingest and stuff. I love the Nepal Himalayan salt. This salt is beautiful. It's pink. And you know, you can get different courses of the salts. Like some can be very fine, like little sugar seeds, and others can be very large rocks. And if you have a different mixture, then it will melt in the bath over time, right? And so that's really nice. Larry loves to have magnesium flakes also added to the batch. The magnesium flakes are really good for like muscles and cramps and things like that. And so that's something to add your favorite EO. One of my favorites that I love to put in my bath salts is actually Aromatouch essential oil. Okay, so now sugar scrubs. Oh my gosh, again, you can use the colorant that you used in the soaps, and baking soda kind of makes it fizzy a little bit. And when you use a sugar scrub, like on the bottom of your feet and around your toenails and things like that, and then you rinse that off, your feet will be so loving you. And think of the different kinds of recipes that you can make. You can make a minty sugar scrub. You can make a lemon sugar scrub. There's so many fun things you can do. Here's some examples of some idea of recipes. You can do brown sugar or white sugar. You can use coffee grounds. Oh my gosh, there's this wonderful recipe with coffee grounds. We have an essential oil here that's called Madagascar vanilla. And when you add that one to the sugar scrub, you guys, that's a coffee sugar scrub, it is to die for. But I don't think that's available in India. So you mark that down when it comes, you're going to want to buy that right away. And so also making herbal tea scrubs. We all love herbal tea from India, very prized, beautiful tea. So you can crinkle up some of that tea and put in there, as well as the fractionated coconut oil. Okay. Now, this is something that I'm not, I was like, what? Cindy's really, she loves this recipe. She, when you're being able to use a nasal inhaler, she likes to use these a lot. And these nasal inhalers, I don't know, should I unshare my screen? It was kind of hard to do last time, but these nasal inhalers you can buy on Amazon India. They come in lots of different ways. Like this is a really beautiful one. And then I have one here where you can actually change out the container and you just squeeze it and you can breathe in. So maybe people who have congestion or seasonal threats and things like that. What's really fun is you can actually, it comes with a little cotton insert, and you can actually put the essential oils on this cotton insert and then just put it in here. Now, what Cindy likes to do, she likes to enhance it by using activated charcoal powder. And I'm like, oh, how are you going to do activated charcoal powder? So what she's done is she's actually found a way, and I'll show you here. The activated charcoal is actually an enhancer. It's actually going to multiply the enhancement of the oils and actually get into your body in a whole nother powerful way. Now, she has a doctor that actually told her this and has been testing this and has been really finding great benefits with it. So this is a sample of some of the little cotton pads. You want to find 100% cotton. Try not to buy stuff that's been treated. This one here, probably because I bought it at Rite Aid, is probably not the best. But hopefully you can find some pure cotton, and then you soak it in this powdered activated charcoal, and then you cut it and dry it out, and then cut it up in pieces and then stick it in the inhaler, and that will be a wonderful enhancement. She also gave me some of the other recipe ideas that you can use for different reasons. So like tension relief, different oils for that, anxiety, some of her other favorites of different oils you can use for hormonal balances and stuff like that. And she also likes to add salt to it. Now I had that little box of salt here. Here it is. She has earth salt that she gave me. I'm sure probably Himalayan salt would work too, but earth salt is pure earth, pure salt. And if you put a couple of those crystals in there too, that is supposed to be very helpful. Okay, so here's another fun thing you can make is soy candles. And when you buy candles from the store, they're full of so many toxicities, and it cringes me when people burn the essential oil like in a heat burner. That changes the chemistry of that. So when you use soy candles, this is just a beautiful way. I like to make a lot of candles with citronella in it. And the citronella is really great for putting out on the deck when we're sitting out there at nighttime when the bugs start to come out. And so finding different ways to burn candles, make sure you purchase the wicks that are all natural and don't have metals in them and stuff like that. And if you download this and watch this video, I go through and give you the recipes and different things like that too. Now, we're all talking about living a healthy lifestyle. And so we're also going to just for a minute talk a little bit about cleaners and cleaning the counters and hand foaming cleaners and stuff like that. You guys, this is so simple. You buy one of these little clear jars like this, and you can put a tablespoon of Castile soap. Larry, do you want to grab the Castile soap? I forgot to grab that. Okay. Castile soap is also found in India, and we have I go through a lot of it. I use the Castile soap for a lot of recipes. You can put some vinegar, a cup of water, or fill this up and put maybe, like if it was a spray bottle this big, I would put maybe 20 drops of On Guard or maybe lemon. It doesn't, you can use lots of different things in there that are antiviral and antibacterial properties. And depending on the smell, you guys, this cleans all of my silver counters and all my appliances. And this Castile soap, this is pure soap, and it's actually made from olives. This is actually a base of olives, and so really pretty cool. So you can just it's a soap, and they also make it with different smells in it. Buy the basic one because you don't want to use their crappy oils. You want our oils, right? Okay, thanks Larry for that. And also you can do a hand foaming pump, and these are also found in India on Amazon, and you can add essential oils there and put these next to your sink. I actually use a small one, and we keep it in my purse and in the car. So when we're out traveling and you're, at the rest area or something like that, you kind of want to use your stuff, right? Okay, so next is, for many more recipes, doTERRA has an amazing blog, and you can go through and find lots of different, like a sunscreen recipe, you can find face mask recipes, you can find Play-Doh for the kids and putting essential oils. Can you imagine how fun that would be with little kids to use these Play-Doh products? And just be creative. Maybe if you have a certain skin condition that you're working on, you can use different essential oils on here, write the recipe down, and just go from there. Now, I also wanted to point out Pinterest. doTERRA has a Pinterest site, and this is a social media site where it has tons of recipes on here, you guys. You can go into Pinterest. Now, be mindful, make sure it's a doTERRA recipe. Sometimes when you're poking around Pinterest, you can type in essential oils and you'll get all different kinds of stuff. So just kind of be mindful of what recipes you're finding, okay? All right, so again, we just wanted to go through and talk about, living a doTERRA wellness lifestyle. It is so powerful. You guys, this is life-changing. And when you are using the oils with everything and anything that you can, you're going to find such a huge impact that it's going to make for your life. I know Larry and I did, we sold a very successful print shop that we had ran for 28 years. And I realized that stress was making a huge difference in my life. It was killing me. And so when I found the oils, I was able to turn the page and find more opportunities and make a huge blessing and difference for people. And maybe that's you. If you're new on today and you're brand new listening to this video, maybe you would like to join. And we have several different memberships that you're able to join with. One is a premier member, and that is a wholesale membership. Number two, you get 25% below retail price, which is awesome. Membership is free, and you're going to want to pick out a kit, and I'll go over those kits here in a minute. Also, with the premier membership, you have the deeper discount opportunity with the loyalty reward program. Now, most people are signing up as a doTERRA wellness advocate, and that is where you can share these oils with others and earn an income. You get all the same benefits as a wholesale member. You get the loyalty rewards program, and you also get to earn an income when sharing with others. So here are some of the kits that we have in India. This is an awesome kit. Now, if you're going to get all crazy like me and want to have fun making things in the kitchen with lotions and healing salves and soaps and stuff like that, this one here will be the kit you're going to want to start out with, because it has a beautiful wooden box, of course, and it has a diffuser and all these amazing oils that you can use in your mixes of this. Now, this is a huge discount. If you purchase this, at one time you're saving 36,000 Indian rupees. Then if you were to buy each one of these things individually, All the essential oils except for the deep blue are actually a 15 ml bottle. And I believe the past tense is a roller bottle. So then we're going to go here to some other kits here. These are 2 kits, Home Essentials Kit and Healthy Experience Kit. These are exactly the same oils in each kit, but one kit here, the Home Essentials Kit, is in 15 ml, and this one is only 5 ml. So if you're going to go through and purchase, I would recommend this kit here because this one, you're only getting twice the price for 3 times the volume of the oils. So it's nice to be able to have a diffuser. You can add the diffuser as an add-on, and these are the prices here with an add-on of the diffuser. Then we have a simple starter kit where that is 9,876 Indian rupees. It comes with the lavender, lemon, and peppermint, as well as the most prized, the most used On Guard and Breathe blends that doTERRA has. These were very powerful during the pandemic, and so everybody must have these, or these are a must have. So now you can also customize your first order too, but we're recommending you start out with a kit because you have such a savings that doTERRA bundled these together so you can enjoy a nice discount price. Now, doTERRA, we talked about the loyalty reward program there, and the loyalty reward program is, oh my gosh, it's huge. Now you not only get the 25% off, but every month you are placing an order, you will earn deeper discounts with product value points that will be added to a little bank account where you can use for free product. So every month you place an order, month 4 through 6, it goes up to 15%, month 7 through 9 up to 20%, month 10 through 12 up 25%. And after a year's time, you're getting an additional 30% back in product credit points. Now be mindful, you don't want to miss a month or it will go right back down to 10%. So doTERRA wants to reward you for being loyal, and that means ordering every month. Now, maybe some months might be a little bit light, but if you just order one little thing, you're going to be fine. If you want to increase your percentages going up the ladder, you want to order at least 50 PV. Now, PV means product or personal volume, and that is points that are comparing to like Indian rupees to American dollars. So it's like I call it doTERRA currency. So you can compare it that way. Now, if you're one of those that would love to do the business and enjoy these benefits of commissions, which I don't know who wouldn't, but you get to place an order of 100 PV, and then you can enjoy commissions each month. And then we also have a program called the Product of the Month. And if you order by the 15th of each month and it's 125 PV or more, then you get a free oil. Now, who doesn't like free oils? You like free oils?
I love free oils.
And then from time to time, doTERRA will do a product of the month or product promotion. And it's different. It shows up maybe once every 3 or 4 months. So keep an eye out before you place your order. Check on it and see if you ordered 200 PV. Sometimes you get 2 or 3 different oils. So that's nice to know. Okay, so to get started, reach out to the person who invited you today and make sure that you give them your name, your address, your phone, email, of course, your date of birth. So we know you're old enough, you need to be at least 18 years of age to sign up. And also your ID, your government ID. And if you're going to do the business, I believe that's PAN card and ADA cards. And then also make sure you know what you want to purchase. Maybe you're working on a specific wellness concern and you want to focus on those specific oils that will address that at this time. And then also consider your budget within a loyalty reward program option for next month. So I believe that's everything I have for today. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing the screen and see if we have any questions or anything. How are we doing?
Yes, thank you so much, Becky. It was a really, really informative and wonderful session. And thank you for introducing so much of DIYs. Like, you really inspired us to use the essential oils in, for each and everything. I really like, my kid is always like to play with clay doughs. So I will really going to put essential oils and let him, explore with more. And I really like the lip balm recipe and a lot of recipes you shared. You really inspired us using more essential oils. And thank you so much. You're so kind that you have taken us all through with the compensation plan and how new people can join doTERRA. Thank you so much for everything. Now we are open for question and answer session. So if anyone has any question, they can raise up their hands and I'll accordingly unmute them.
Let's see, I see Suzanne's on. Were there any questions, Suzanne, that you were able to answer or anything?
Yes, hi, Suzanne.
I don't,
Hi. You know,
Hello.
I just validated some of the stuff you said, those little nose inhalers, those saved me when I got sick with COVID during the pandemic. They gave tons of support to my respiratory system. Cindy told me about them and I was like, what? And then when I made them, I was like, wow, those are so great. And candles too. I hadn't really thought about the candle making because we always know how toxic candles are. So I love the idea of using them on my patio and getting rid of all the mosquitoes and bugs with citronella. I love that as well. I didn't really see any questions, just lots of wonderful comments. I think people are excited to try these. So
I would just love to see everybody's batches and your labels and what you're doing, and share with maybe a recipe that really worked well for you. And this is what we're all about, is working together as a community and lifting everybody up. So that's what I love doTERRA about, is that one thing right there, the beautiful oils. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thank you, Becky. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in our today's product training session with Becky. Have a good night to you all, and good morning to Becky, Suzanne, Cindy, and everyone else there in US.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Have a great day, Becky.
Thank you. Good to see you.